Geez, I thought you fell asleep.
No, I just I'm on a new computer and I couldn't figure it out. Sorry. Okay, here's some.
I have a couple generalized questions that we can do near the end.
Okay, great.
Okay. The prospect wants $100,000 of coverage. He's 55, healthy as a horse. And so I presented to him the basic info on the IUL from LSW.
Let me get a chance to get everything situated here, Jerome, and then I'm going to get that.
Okay.
I'm going to write it down. I have to figure out why.
I'm going to put in a new battery.
Okay, good. Same system. I am on a new computer, guys, and I'm not quite sure. Here I have you. John Medwin, can you see me?
Excuse me?
I can. Yep, I got you.
Okay, good. Fabians, can you see me? Are you on the phone?
I can.
Okay, good. I don't know what's going on, guys, but I'm on a new computer, and it's kind of awkward. I can't figure out how to get my screen bigger so I'm in front like the other computer. It literally just fried on me. It was right before this. So my computer just completely went out. So I'm trying to figure out how to make mine video larger so I can be in the middle of the screen. So just give me a second here to figure this damn thing out here. Video set. Okay, there I am. Right there. Widescreen. Touch. Always just wait for participant's name on the video. Turn off my video when joining the meeting. Non-video participants. Instant message accessibility. One more. Enter full screen automatically when starting and joining the meeting. That's my Zoom window automatically when viewing screen sharing my hours. Okay, it should be me. There it is. All right. So this part here, though, I don't know how to turn around. It just says final, but it's backwards. So where that's in my settings somewhere, guys. I'm not sure how that's going to work. So, okay, this is the Saturday morning live webinar for life insurance and annuity reps. Jerome, who's on here, has some things he wants to go over, guys. So I'm going to put this on live Facebook feed, and then I'm going to go over what Jerome has. Then we're going to go over the appointment setting. We're going to go over the in-home presentation. We're going to do mortgage protection and final expense. And we're going to make sure that there's almost a guarantee that you will be selling life insurance this week if your leads are properly ordered. So there should be ifs, ands, and buts about whether you can sell or not. It's just whether your lead order is coming on a steady basis is the question. That part we don't know, but I will ask today. I'm going to ask everybody what their goals are really ultimately, and then figuring out what you want to do to create a six-figure business out of this thing, and how you think you're going to do it. So I'm going to ask everybody some questions today and see if I can help you. Okay. Live. Start live video feed. Okay, we are live on Facebook too. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm ready. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go here. Okay, Heather, you're ready. Okay, everybody's ready, especially me. Sorry, I would have been more prepared. I was, but the damn computer went out on me. Jerome, you have a question for me. Go ahead and ask me the question, bud.
Okay, the question is, prospect wanted 100,000 of coverage.
$100,000 in coverage.
He's healthy, male, non-smoker, 55.
Healthy, non-smoker, age 55. 55. Non-smoker, $100,000. All right.
Okay, I quoted him in LSW, and the 100,000 premium was too rich for him. So my question is, should I go to 50 and have him overfund so he can get up to really his 100,000?
That's a great idea, and that's one of the things that I would have said inside the home is, look, you know what, Mr. Whatever his name is, Mr. Jones, I don't have to charge you this rate for the 100 grand because compounding interest can get you there. Because of his age, by the time he's death bound or going to be put in the ground at age 85, 95, Jerome, it will be 100 grand if you charge them $50,000 worth of premium. I think so. I don't know. You'd have to run the illustration.
Yeah, I'm going to run the illustration. At first, I was going to go to 25, but I was worried about hitting a mech.
Yeah,
you know?
I know what you're saying, but we have to find out how far we can push it, and the company can do that for him. But your job is just to get him covered. Whether he can't do that, then that's up to him. You know as well as I do that if he squabbled and squirmed for the money, he could come up with the money for the 100 grand. He's just making an excuse not to. So your job is to go lighter. What about 75?
I didn't think about that. Okay.
Meet him in the middle.
Okay.
I would lay out 3 more options, Jerome. Here's one I would lay out. I would definitely lay out the 25. That's the last resort. He's going to like the number on that, and you're going to walk away with a sale one way or the other because that number is going to be real light on the wallet at age 55. Number 2 is the 50, and number 3 is the 75,000. Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I don't know who this is, so I'm not going to answer. Yeah, you got it, Jerome. So Jerome has an issue. He is a male, age 55. He has a non-smoker. He has $100,000 in coverage he guy asked for, but it was too rich for his bank account, okay? I have him doing now another layout for this guy or another strategy, which would be lighten it up on the wallet, guy's wallet. You do 75,000. I love you too, John Schoaf. You do 75,000, 50,000, and 25,000. That's what he would do. So you give him 3 more options. And Jerome, if you would have done that in the beginning, buddy, I bet you would have walked away with one. So just because you didn't have the ability to do the illustration at that moment, you could have called LSW on the spot and did a 75,050, right?
Yeah, well, it was a husband and wife, so I just presented to get him real interested in that and made sure that I got the wife covered for final expense. So
Okay.
I got that sale. So I'm going back next week to give him numbers on these other possibilities.
Relax on. All right, so what I'd like to do then is what we'll do is then put 3 different options together for him, okay? You got 1, the 25,000, 2, the 50 grand, and number 3, the 75,000. And present that illustration. Are you able to get back into the house?
With the Athene person?
Yeah.
Not yet. How do I get licensed with Athene so that you end up being linked with it? Do I talk to Alyssa?
Yeah, you have to talk to Alyssa with that, but you should automatically be thrown into our downline.
Excuse me?
You should automatically be thrown into our downline once I give you the right links.
Okay.
I think that's how it works. I don't know.
Well, I just want to check to make sure I don't end up floating around by myself.
Okay, so other people that are trying to be on this, look, here's a game plan for today. Is I'm going to go over scripts because I got a lot of people asking me how to set appointments, and I think that if we can nail that part down, that it's going to make the in-home a lot simpler on you. Because look, I know everybody wants an appointment setter, but I can tell you that when you make the appointment, that you have more rapport built from the point of trust. So you have rapport built, not to the point of trust yet, but it's closer to the point of trust, if you catch my drift. So, I'm sorry about this imbecile John on here, but you got to get blocked, brother. This guy wants to make love to me. That's great, right? Wonderful. Thank you, John, for wanting to make love to me. I will block you out. I got some imbecile on Facebook that likes me. It doesn't happen to be a hot chick either, guys, so that's the embarrassing part. So anyway, listen, where is everybody anyway today? I mean, this is like, it's 4 people on here. I got to applaud you guys. I mean, sincerely, this is really strange that people don't take advantage of this. And I'm going to tell you something. I would only hope that you guys get out in the field, because without you 4 out in the field, without you 3, and plus there's 2 in the house here, without you 4, I should say 4 or 5, there is no, like, I can't prove the numbers. I can't prove that the system works. Jerome is proof. Jerome goes out there and does it now. He gets the job done. He asks questions. He's smarter. He has the ability to learn more. He's come a long way. Let me put it that way. And he's now in homes asking questions like an expert would, not like some kind of life insurance sales rep. He's now a life and annuity sales professional. And there's a big difference, guys. So let's just continue with this. I'm going to get this up and cranked up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sales script for the final expense first, and then we will go on to mortgage protection. So here is a sales. This is what some final expense will look like. So I'm going to show you this part of it. That has the name of the individual, the address, the name of the individual, and the address. And then it has the telephone number along with the rest of the address on this portion. So sometimes you get leads that look like this. Leads come in many, many, many different fashions. They look like this. You know, that's mortgage protection, which we'll go over. They can look like this. So it doesn't matter. Lead's a lead. That's just a prospect that asks for information that you need to get into the home. So if I take this Mary Lynn and say, hi, Mary Lynn, my name's Jason. I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you received yesterday on that final expense information. And I'm the guy that handles your area. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be in your area tomorrow at 1 p.m. Can you and your mister be around at about 1 p.m. tomorrow so I can drop this information off? And that's the whole script. And it's real simple. It's right to the point. Let's do another one. Lynn McDowell. Lynn, hi, my name's Jason. I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you received yesterday. If you remember that, just that point of that, the rest is easy. I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you received yesterday on this final expense information that you requested. And make sure that you say that you requested, okay? Because she did. And you want to put the ball in her court so she can get you into the home. It's up to her to let you in. So you got to understand, you want to get her into a mental position to let her see that she actually did that on the phone. So remind her that she did do that. So we have the ability to get these people into the home and get your reps into the house too. Because another thing that you all need to learn how to do is teach this stuff. If you ever want out of the field, you need to learn how to teach this stuff. So Lynn McDowell, hi, I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you received yesterday, Lynn. My name's Jason. I'm the rep that handles your area. Can you and your husband be available tomorrow at 3 p.m.? So I got one at 1 now. I got one at 3, okay? So what you're going to want to do is set every 2 hours or so, guys. And if you get every 2 hours set, then what I want you to do is start setting every hour. So if you had 8 hours of time scheduled, don't worry about it. If you can't make it to the next appointment, just throw it into the next day or next week. But if you had enough lead flow coming in, you would definitely have enough. You'd have money coming out the wazoo. You know what I mean? You would have incredible amounts of money coming in if you could work 8 leads into your schedule every hour on the hour for 8 hours a day. It would be incredible. So the mortgage protection side of this is a little easier. It comes with, you're talking about people that have refinanced or people that have qualified for a mortgage, and 9 times out of 10 means they're still working. Now, where I'm at in Florida, Central Florida, it's a big retirement community, so that doesn't mean that they're working, but it does mean that they retired with usually a nice income, because if they can get a house, it means that they have a decent income. So if you do the strategies that I teach you and you get through the budget is key to making the larger sales. That's all I can tell you, is the budget is key to making larger sales. Now, with the mortgage protection strip, though, just to get into the house, I would say, hi, this one's George. Hi, George. My name's Jason. I'm calling on behalf of RP Funding, Inc., and I'm the guy that handles the mortgage protection for that company. I'm going to be in your area tomorrow at 2 p.m. Can I drop that information off for you and Mrs. Jones tomorrow at 2 p.m.? And that's it. That's the whole script. Really, honestly, it's that simple. I don't know why people make this part so difficult. It's because I think this part of the job makes people feel like the lower form of sales individual. But if you're in sales, you need to be making 200 dials a day. 200 dials a day will make you rich. It really will. If you trust me on this, if you count up the numbers of dials that you make and the number of dials that I made over the years, it seems like the number 200. Now, listen, 50 will get you by. 100 dials will get you nice food at the end of the week. You can take the wife out. 150 might be able to change your address to an upper scale, but 200 will make you rich. 200 dials every day will make you rich, I promise you. But look, you have to get these scripts down right. And I don't know how you guys are doing it. So I don't know if I could ask somebody, Jerome, you're not doing mortgage protection, are you? I unmuted you. Jerome, are you doing mortgage protection yet?
Not yet. I still got to finish up my New Jersey license because there's nothing in Philly or Pennsylvania.
Have you ever done it?
Huh?
Have you ever sold it?
What, mortgage protection?
Yes.
No, but it doesn't seem that hard from what you're explaining.
Now, it's not. It doesn't have to be anyway. But the reason I asked that is because I wanted to ask if you knew anything about it. So, John Medwin, have you ever sold mortgage protection?
I haven't.
And then, Heather, have you ever sold mortgage protection either?
No.
Okay, so the reason I'm asking, guys, is because I want to make sure that I know who has what and who's doing, who knows how much they need to know, is really, because I need to start this from ground zero then, because I want all of you should be selling mortgage protection, because that's the game changer. Now, look, it's not like, when I say that, guys, it's not like I don't invest a lot of money. You got to understand that the leads are $47 a pop. Don't think for 1 second that you're going to make a career on $3 leads and be able to get by. You could if you bought enough of them and there's enough in your area. But what you have to understand is you need territory. Once you own the territory, you have 10 days to pay this debt back. So when I get this particular lead, it allows me 10 days to pay it back, so I get enough time to sell it. Within 1 to 2 days of receiving this via email, I'm in the house, which is the blessing of our final expense leads and the mortgage protection side. Usually at most companies or everywhere you go, it's the same. So it's not really the company. It's just how mortgage protection and final expense are these days. Tele-leads are in 24 hours, and mortgage protection is in also 24-hour period from the time that you receive it. Remember, this was a direct mail piece that they filled out. The company mailed it. Who knows how long it sat around. They sent it back, and then it got to you. So how long could that have possibly taken? It could be 3 weeks, easy. So that particular situation can be the downside to this. So you have to get them to remember this. So George, I'm doing a call about that RP Funding Inc. Mortgage protection information you requested. Remember, and then you can even read at the top of this card, it says, as a mortgage holder, you may qualify to participate in a low, no physical exam mortgage, life, and disability insurance plan. Do you remember filling that out? And he'll say yes or no. You got to get them back to the point of the time that they filled it out, okay? Now that puts them on the hot seat now that you know that they filled this card out. And that's very important. Now, number two is getting yourself into the position in the house to be the expert. So from the very first call that they have made with you, when you don't have an appointment setter and it's you doing the sale and you doing the call, you have built rapport already. So they trust you a little bit more. When I walk into a house, due to the fact that I have an appointment setter, I have to build rapport to the point of trust from the time that I start the sale. So it's very, very, very different than when you set the appointment. You already have rapport built. It's kind of a neat little trick to this trade, and it's very simple. And if you make 200 dials every single day, you will become rich. I promise you. You got to trust me. But you can't do that without your lead flow being continuous. You have to keep your lead flow coming in. And like I said before, I don't care if you got to put your rent aside. You can't pay your rent anyway if you don't get your damn lead order in. So what's the difference if you make it, what are you trying to make it one more month and then you'll figure it out? It's just a stupid way to run the business. So here's the game plan here. I'm going to go through the script one more time. I'm going to lay out a scenario up on this board for a sale for mortgage protection. Then I'm going to open the mic up to questions. And I think that if you ask the questions that are always on your mind, that you're going to get what you need from me. And so again, let's go over the script one more time. I'm going to take a different lead here this time. I'm going to show you what a different one looks like. The one I just had looks like this. It's kind of, that is the look of this one. Now they can look like this also. It's just a little bit different. And what your job is to figure out how much the mortgage is. So this one says for Wells Fargo Bank, it's $56,700. We have Karen here. So Karen, hi, Karen. My name's Jason. I'm calling on behalf, and then you have to find the mortgage company. See, I just screwed up because I was dialing too fast. The mortgage company's right here. So I have to call. Hi, Karen. I'm doing a follow-up call about the Wells Fargo Bank mortgage protection information that you requested, and I'm the guy that handles your area. Are you going to be in that area tomorrow at 1 p.m. so I can drop this information off to you? And are you married too, Karen? No, I'm not married. Okay, tomorrow at 2 p.m., can I come and drop this information off to you? Yeah, that won't be a problem. Okay, now you have to confirm the address. You should be writing these down, guys. You should say, listen, find the bank, find the mortgage lender first. Number 2, get the appointment agreement, time set. Number 3, confirm the address. Number 4, tell them the time and date again. Repeat it 3 to 5 times in your script. What your most important practice should be is when you're setting appointments is grinding the time and day in, okay? If you can do that, you will have people that you're able to see because they're going to be there by the time you get there. And why? Because you ground it into their mind to be there. Number 4, you have to get them to write it down. Don't hang up the phone until they write it down. So when I am setting appointments and Mrs. Jones, I'm writing this in my schedule. I'm going to need you to do the same. Let's write down together. It's like we're doing it as a team, you know? Let's write this down together that me and you are going to meet at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. tomorrow. Give me 30 minutes of leeway time just for traffic. You might want to do that too, guys, is give a little leniency to yourself due to traffic. And then we'll close it up. So, yes, again, what time did we say, Mrs. Jones? Okay, we said 1 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, is there anybody that helps you make important decisions? Number 5, do not hang that phone up with asking, is there anybody that helps you make important decisions? If she says no, number 6, who is your beneficiary? Who would be your beneficiary? If you get that information out, now if she's married with a husband, you got to have the husband there. You cannot do one legs, and you got to make it stressed that they let them know that you're coming. They have to be there, okay? They have to be there. You can't just see one person, all right? If last resort is that you see one person. Heather, do you have a cell phone? Can you just text? Oh, it's like it's to your left. Okay. Can you text Alyssa? Just ask her if she was headed back yet. Just say Jay wants to know if you're on your way back yet. Okay, that's it for that, guys. Any questions? Open mic right now. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to move on to the sale. I want to answer your questions. I'm not trying to rush through this stuff. I will spend hours on this with you. All I want to do is make sure that you got it. And I used to ask a lot of questions, and I don't get that many questions out of this group, but that's okay because we're more of an educated group. But you guys on Facebook, if you have any questions about sales or the life or an annuity industry or sales in general, you're just a salesman, just ask.
Jason, script change at all for the $3 aged leads?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Will the script change for the aged leads?
Oh, yeah, right.
Leads.
Good question. That's a great question. So we have a question here is about older leads. So with our company, we have leads that are $3. They used to be $47 a pop, okay? But now that they became a little older, 30 days to 90 days. So it's actually like 1 day to a 90-day-old lead, but it's $3. And then the price goes down as the older it gets. Here's the great news, is that it wasn't sold yet. All you need to do is do the job that the other person didn't do, and that was get a hold of the individuals. So the script's a little different. I'm going to go over that real quickly. Easy goes. You're going to make copies of those too, buddy. Okay, so when you have an older script, you follow the same procedure. Like these ones are actually older, to be honest with you. Deborah, hi. I'm calling on behalf of Veterans United Home Loans, and I'm the rep that handles the area out there. A little while back, you had filled out a card about information on mortgage protection, and I'm the guy that handles that area. I'm going to be out in your area tomorrow at 2 p.m. I just reminded them that it was older. Now, you may want to do it like the new one, too, and not even advance the fact that she may not even remember filling it out a long time ago, nor may she remember filling it out 2 days ago, and she didn't. She filled it out a month ago. So you have to be aware that people really don't know, John, when you get into that position. They just simply don't know. I think I was John that asked that question. I'm not sure.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So at the end of the day, here's the plan, is that you have Deborah here, who a month ago filled out a card. So my job would be to just make sure I get her the information one way or the other. So here's what I want to know is, does she realize when she filled the card out? You know, and that's not my job to guess. So I may handle it like this. Hi, Deborah, my name's Jason. I'm doing a call back for you on that Veterans United home loan that you had received and you gotten recently. And I'm the guy that handles the mortgage protection in that area. You had requested some information a while back on that information. It's my job to get that out to you. I'm going to confirm your address with you and make sure I get that to the right address. Are you at 3809 Woodleaf Court, Leesburg, Florida, 34748? A lot of times when I confirm the address, it makes it look real. And it really is helpful to confirm the address anyway. So I do it in the beginning sometimes. Guys, I'm sorry that I switched the scripts up a little bit, but there's a little something for everybody out there when it comes to scripts. And I want to make sure that everybody has a little taste of all of them. And eventually I'm going to get them all in writing, and you'll be able to choose the script that works best for you. So again, Deborah, I'm doing a follow-up call from the Veterans United Home Loans that you had received the other day. Or I'm sorry, I'm doing final expense because I'm busy here too. Let me rewind this and do mortgage protection. Is Deborah there? Hi, Deborah, this is Jason. you had recently filled out a card requesting information on mortgage protection. Do you remember doing that? So, John, the first thing I did was I asked her, do you remember doing that? Oh, yeah, well, that was a while ago, or that was recently. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter what she says there. Your job is just to set the appointment. So what I want to do is set the appointment now. Okay, so you do remember that. Great. I'm the guy that handles your area. Is your address 3809 Woodleaf Court, Leesburg, Florida? Boom, boom, boom. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Are you and Mr. Jones available tomorrow at 1 p.m.? And that's it, man. Okay, you are? Great. I'm going to write this down in my book. Can you do the same? Remember the procedures. Like if you haven't written this down yet about the procedures of setting appointments, then I really need to. Oh, yeah, those $3 leads will be available also. Actually, the cost, I don't know, Jeremy heard this. Our cost in mortgage protection leads is supposed to go a lot lighter, and I don't know what the exact number is yet, guys, but it's closer to $30 for the new ones. So if it ever becomes that price, and I'm looking into this a little bit further, don't be beating me up about it. When I know, I'll know, okay? But the $30 leads is it's just like unheard of with mortgage protection. So if we can get that, it'll be awesome. It'll be great. But when I know, you'll know. So should be this week. More evolves, and we'll know more about the new situation. Okay. Again, with this mortgage protection, this is important stuff. So I want to go through the steps one more time. One, we have to confirm that we're talking to the person that's on the list, okay? You want to be talking to whoever's on the card. So if you're talking to the wife, that's okay too sometimes. So if somebody else answers the phone and says, "Who is this?" This is Jason. Is this the wife of Charles? Oh, yes, it is. Hi, ma'am. I'm calling him about the mortgage protection information he had requested. Is he around? Oh, okay, yeah. So all they want to know is don't get intimidated by somebody asking who you are. Just let them know who you are, okay? So get around the walls and the barriers there too. Let them know who you are. Did she text you back?
I don't have service here.
Got it. Hold on, guys.
I just looked to see if it says county.
So what I want to do is then, you move on to the next step, which is setting the time and date and building a little rapport there. Step number 3, which we're going to write them down. Step number 3, you want to make sure that they know. I'm waiting for my coffee, guys, so I'm going bananas here waiting. Okay, great. So, okay, now I'm pumped up. I haven't had coffee yet, and it's throwing me off. What we have here now, we're going to go over step by step. So number 3, we get them in a position that they understand that we are coming to the house and we are going to write this down together. So we're going to do a couple steps here. 1, we're going to confirm the person and yourself. This means that when you confirm the person you're talking to and you confirm yourself, like what you're doing, who are you, what is this about? So in the beginning stages of this thing, it's like this. Hi, is Deborah there? Yes, this is Deborah. Hi, Deborah. My name is Jason. You had requested information on mortgage protection. Do you remember doing that? See, that's yourself, and that's her. So you're putting in a position to know who she is and why you're calling, and then you're putting her in a position to know who you are and why you're calling also, or why she's receiving your call, and then why you're calling her. So on top of that, number 2, or below that, we have, okay, yeah, I'm the rep that handles your area. So we got confirmation on who you are. So again, we confirmed who you are. So that goes with number 1. I'm going to be in your area tomorrow. at 1 p.m. We need a time and date. Time and date, guys. So you got a time and date when you're going to be there. All right. You're going to have them write this down, but not just yet. You're trying to get that out of them. So is a 2 p.m. work for you and Mr. Jones tomorrow? Are you married, by the way? You want to know if it's a one-legger or not. One leg or not. Meaning, they married? Number 4. Okay, your address is now when she says, yes, it's okay to come. You already got the confirmation. You got to get that out. Get the confirmation of the time and date. If you need to move the time and date, just move the time and date. She says that doesn't work. Don't wait for her to come up with some idea for you. You know, guys wait too much. You know what I'm saying? Come up with the concept of they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they don't know they don't know what's going on yet. They're new to this stuff. The mortgage protection industry, if you're the professional, you would know this. These individuals that you speak to do not have any clue what the process is like. So you're going to have to walk them through. Good morning, Myron. So what number four step is going to be this. Once you confirm that we have that part done, we have the one leg or not, meaning are they married or do they have to have somebody that helps them make important decisions there? So that's the question that you would ask is if they're not married, is there anybody that helps you make important decisions? Now, if that one fails and they don't have anybody for you, you can always ask them who the beneficiary is. Do they live close? Do you want them there to help you make important decisions? We're saying important decisions, not financial decisions, okay? So number 4, where am I at here? So I got to go through the list. I got to get to this point. I got to back up sometimes. So hi, Deborah there. Okay, Deborah, my name is Jason. You had requested some information on mortgage protection. I'm the rep that handles that area. Will you be available tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Are you married? Okay, you are married. Great. And Mr. Jones will be there. We got to make sure that we confirm this part real good. So we want to make sure that it's not a one-legger. Make sure that it's not a one-legger. And confirm the time. Okay, so we're going to do this at 1 p.m. I want to confirm the address too. So I'm going to confirm the address at this point. Let's go with the address part at number 4. So is your address 3809 Woodleaf Court? So for number 4, we're going to do the address. Alyssa, Heather, would you please go grab me my coffee, honey? I don't know what the hell her problem is. But, okay, we're going to confirm the address. We got the address confirmed. We have the prospect writing this down too. So we're going to get her to write this down. The address is written down.
Don't spill that, please.
Thanks, babe. And then we have address written down. And now we're going to move on to closing this thing up. We didn't get enough times in. So Mrs. Jones, what time did we say? If you just throw this into the mix, guys, it really helps a lot. So if you kind of just throw it in, hey, what time did we say, by the way? Or just throw it in again. I'm going to see you tomorrow at 1 p.m., okay? I'm going to see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm going to see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. If you over and over and over and over confirm this with them, then they're going to have it melted into their little brains that you're coming at 1 o'clock tomorrow to see them about what? Mortgage protection. And they're going to tell their significant other. So make sure that these little details are in your script. This is a part of the script where a lot of people screw this thing up. And that's why they fail. What happens if they have a cohabiter? A cohabiter would be somebody that, again, that would come down to is there anybody that helps you make important decisions? So like if it's a girlfriend, same question exists. If it's a cohabiter, meaning a girlfriend or a lover or whatever, do they help you make important decisions? Are they your beneficiary? Because that's the important part. Are they a beneficiary or are they, just there to just suck off your capital, your money, or I don't know. Whatever the situation is. Jerome, I would just ask the question again. Do they help you make important decisions? And that should clarify that. Now, for the rest of the script, we're at the end. So I'm going to go over it again, and we're going to pull this piece by piece. We have Deborah. Hi, is Deborah there? Deborah, my name is Jason. I'm doing you had requested information on mortgage protection. I'm the rep that handles that area. Are you available tomorrow at 1 o'clock? Okay, great. Do you have, you live at 3809 Woodleaf Court, Leesburg, Florida. Is that correct? Yes, I do. Wonderful. You are married, Deborah? No, yes, whatever the answer may be. On top of that, we're going to get you involved with me bringing this information out to you, and I'm going to need your husband there. All right, wonderful. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Now, that's about as simple as you can make it. It's just like the most important parts of this are just confirming the address. You want to make sure that you're going to the right address. Not all the addresses are right. You don't ever want to, trust the lead. Number two is confirming the time and date over and over and getting them to write it down. Now, on top of just having them do that, you need to make sure that they advance this information to their significant other or to somebody that helps them make important decisions, okay? And make sure that they're there. Do not be in a situation that you put yourself in if you go to somebody's home and they're there with nobody there, or they're there with the significant other there, but he's out cutting the lawn. You need to hit the brakes on everything and just don't, look, I will go take a ride until he's done cutting the lawn. That's the best way to do it. Wait for the other to be there, because at the end, nobody makes the decision except the both of them, okay? So you need to make sure that they're both sitting at the table. It's vital to your future, all right? So number 5, confirm time and date again. Number 6, I know it sounds strange, but before you hang up the phone, you're going to say, okay, I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. or 1 o'clock p.m. Or just adding it in another time. You need to say that 3 to 5 times, 3 to 5 times. And without somebody here with me pitching this to me, it's kind of hard to do both sides and train this. So I kind of get lost in where I'm at. But at the end of this, you're going to confirm the person who you're speaking to is the person on the app, okay? Yourself. That's confirmation that they understand who you are within the first couple lines. Number 2, the time and date is agreed upon, or you're just pitching it out. Number 3, is it a one-legged or are they married? Number 4, the address. Number 5, we want another confirmation of time. Number 6, last confirmation of time due to you saying, okay, I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Make sure Mr. Jones is there, Mrs. Jones. Thank you. That's it, man. That's it. Now that stands for everybody. All life insurance sales scripts, basically. It all works the same. So I know this is backwards, guys, but what this says up here is I have to flip this. I'm sorry, my computer fried out this morning, and I had to get on the laptop real quick, so this stuff is backwards, and I didn't have time to switch it. But anyway, that's that. Now, once you're in the home, it's a whole different world there now, right? No, it's not really a different world. It's just another world, okay? It's the same process, really. I mean, you know that you have to confirm it's you. You're going to confirm it's them. You know that you're there on time. You know that you're not doing a one-legger. You're at the right address, and that's really it. So I'm going to erase this down, and I'm going to go over this again. I think that if I nail this down, and you guys spent an hour, 2 hours on this, that your whole future would change due to the fact that you knew how to set these appointments, and you'd have the ability to get in more houses using the law of large numbers. If you can get into 10 to 20 homes every week, and you sell 5 to 10 of those. And your average premium is $100 to $200. Now, when you get good at this, this should change from 200 to 500. And I'm going to show you how to get your numbers up. If you don't know how to get your numbers up, I'm going to show you how to get these numbers up. This is above average here. This is way above average. The average is about $50 a month in premium. This is what most people are getting. Now imagine you're getting 500. You have to see what? Like way less people? How many of these do you have to sell to get to this area of premium? Right? So, I mean, that's just like catastrophically loss. That's just catastrophic loss. I mean, you're somebody that has the same ability as selling $50 a month premium, $50 a month premiums, and they have the ability to sell $300 to $500 a month premiums. And you know why they're not is because they just don't have the strategies and techniques. And that's what we need to get them. So, inside the house, you're inside the house, you're seated at the table. I want to go over table arrangement. I think this is important too. One, you have a seat here, you have a seat here. Seat. Does anybody know where you should be? Doesn't really matter. I usually sit here. That's you. If that's you, this needs to be them. They can't be here and they can't be here. What the hell are you going to do? You're going to throw stuff across the table? You can't have them here and here. Then they need to be here or here. They can't be here and here. They can't be here. They can't be here. They can't be here and one over here. You got to learn how to arrange the table. How do you get to the table? Hi, Mrs. Jones. My name's Jason. I'm here to do that mortgage protection information. If you have the lead, show it. Show proof that they filled it out. Hi, I'm here to do that mortgage protection information we requested. Can we use that table right over there? And then is there a problem with me sitting right here so I can lay things out for you? And immediately you take the old man out of his seat. You know he sits at the end of the table. So take him down. You want to weaken his legs a little bit. And I'm telling you, this is important because if you weaken his scenario up in his own house, it gives you more massive control. It gives you control inside the house. And I'm sorry to say, but that's what you need to make the larger sales. So at the end of that, you have this one here. You got the circular table, right? You got this chair, this chair, this chair. You got you here, and you got one of them here, and you got one of them here. All right? Who would you have sit next to you? Well, it doesn't really matter to me. Having him closer to you is a little, having him over here, to me, doesn't really matter. It just falls into place the way it falls into place, okay? It's up to you. If you think that matters, then do it your way. That you can have her here or him here or her here and him here. Here's what I do know, is that if you are doing a one-legger, don't have them across the table from you. I sit right next to them. I try to make it as uncomfortable as possible, but it's comfortable. And at the same time, I'm reaching across and I'll tap them on the hand. I'll just say, look, I'm going to sit right here. I just want to treat you like we're in my office. And I'm going to tell you why I want to do that. I want to make sure that this is the last visit that you ever get from somebody, and it's the only visit that you receive from anybody, because it is important information that if you get all of it out of the way now, you'll never have to talk to another person again. But if you do need to talk to somebody else about it, at least you'll have the detailed information that you deserve, okay? We agree on that, Mrs. Jones? And you're nodding your head up and down, as they will too, okay? They will follow you if you teach them, and like a little child, you can teach them. Okay, here we go. So inside the home, let's rip through this in-home sale. Mrs. Jones is 50 years of age. Mr. Jones is 50. I got the rate. No, sorry. I'm going to do a little older. I'm going to do 65. 65. Age 65 and 65. Okay. Mr., Mrs. We have a Mr. Jones who's 50. Okay, first thing I say, look, guys, thanks for meeting with me today. I know you're very busy. I'm going to treat this just like you guys came into my office. I'm going to get you all the information. I'm going to do it as quickly as possible. Just give me a couple minutes, and that way I'll be able to get you a number. I just need some information out of you guys. And then all I'll do is punch it into a computer, which could be your cell phone. You can act it out, or you can have a laptop in front of you and act that out too. Or maybe you already did it at home. You actually punched the numbers in at home, and you already have a detailed illustration of what their numbers are going to be. And if you do like we do, like Jerome was talking about, the LSW plan, you can have that illustration already laid out when you walk into the house. And that's cool because you're going to show cash value. With mortgage protection, I'm usually selling index universal lives. I know a lot of people have a lot of issues with that maybe, but I don't believe in terming somebody out and getting them no chance in cash value. Okay, at least my way gives them a chance in walking away with cash value. And they can end their travels with me in 20 years. So meaning that they have enough cash value built up in 20 years to pay the last 10 years of payments off if they fund the policy correctly. So overfunding a policy will not do two things. One, it'll keep it in play till age 120, at least 100. Number two, it'll keep them in a position to be able to buy the house out faster on the back end. A lot of people may think that they're going to double up on the payments on the home and get this down faster. Now, if they decide to do that, you're going to use this strategy to figure out that they don't need to do that, that they need to do your mortgage protection. That way, if they die tomorrow, they use that $500 to $1,000 to $1,500, $2,000 extra. And this is how you get larger premiums out of people too, guys. They use that towards the premium of the mortgage protection instead of paying 1 month off on the home. Now, if they do that, they're building cash value, 7 to 12.5% interest. They're in a position to build the cash value, and they also in a position that if they get hurt or injured, that they can have the face amount while they're still alive. Okay, living benefits. Do not forget to sell living benefits along with this. And number 3, they have the death benefit. So there's 3 benefits compared to the one that they get by paying their house off monthly, which is just a monthly payment of the house. So look, if I take a house and it's $200,000 and the mortgage payment is $1,000 a month, that leaves the significant other with $199,000 debt still the next month. Okay, so if that person died the very next month, they'd have $199,000 left on the bill because this idiot wanted to just pay $1,000 on his premium for his mortgage instead of putting it towards mortgage protection, which $1,000 towards mortgage protection will get him an enormous policy, and his cash value will grow at such a substantial rate. It'll be incredible to show those numbers to them. I'd be excited to show this number. But here's what I would do. If I know that he's dumping this into there, and this is an extra $1,000 a month towards the mortgage, okay? Not the mortgage. This is an extra $1,000 a month towards the mortgage. So which would actually be $198,000. It's an extra $1,000. So we got an extra $1,000 a month. And you see this a lot out there, whether it's $500 a month or $1,000. It could be $2,000. I've seen that. And I've sold those premiums before. So I know you can use this strategy. This person wants to pay the mortgage off in half the time. That's why they're doubling up on the payments, okay? So what our job is to do is not have them do that. We want them to, we know that they're going to die before that. They're age 65. The likelihood is that they have 20 years. At age 85 that they pass away. This is a 30-year mortgage, okay? But the secret of this is to find out how this individual is going to live during the time that they have to figure out what they can do, or do they even have enough money to keep this house rolling if one of the incomes is off the map. So let's figure that out. doubling up on the mortgage, you're going to use $1,000, but I would use 500, 250, 500, $1,000, and even 750. 1, 2, 3, 4 options on the table, okay? 4 options on the table, $250 premium, $500 premium, $750, and $1,000 premium. Very easy, man. So you use a $250 premium, $500 premium, $750, and $1,000 premium, and that's how you show them the death benefit, the living benefits, the cash value. Those 3 items, you show those. Show the cash value. Show them what they're going to walk away with at the end, too. That's huge with these numbers right here. They're big time in there. That's big time numbers in the cash value. At 7% interest, you better believe it's going to look pretty. Okay, let's go on to the sale inside the house. I'm going to fly through this so I can get you guys off this soon. Mr. Jones, out of you two, who has the 2 of the higher Social Securities? And the reason I'm asking is because that's what the significant other is going to be left with. And it helps me calculate where she's going to end up into the future. So if, God forbid, you passed away next month, who has the higher of the 2 Social Securities? I do. Okay, how much is that? That's $1,500 a month in Social Security. Okay, Mrs. Jones, what is yours? And what would you leave Mr. Jones, if God forbid? Yours is lower, so he's just going to keep his. But just for safety's sake, what is yours? Mine is $1,000. Okay, instantly I know that once he dies, okay, once he passes away, she's going to be left with $1,000 a month for 6 to 12 months. Now, this could happen instantly that she receives his money. Okay? So she's going to get this. She's going to get the 2 of the higher Social Securities. All right? But at the end of this thing, she really doesn't know what she's getting and when she'll get it. In many states, it's taking up to a year to get that money transferred. Up to 6 months it can take. And it's been like an epidemic almost, guys, of people not being able to get their money fast and in an amount of time where they can survive the times. So our job is to show them the worst scenarios. You're showing them the worst scenarios. $1,500 a month, that's what she's waiting to receive. She's going to live off of $1,000 for the next year. You got to threaten her with that. Now, tell her it's worst case scenario, too. You don't want to be lying. So on top of that, Mr. Jones, do you have any 401ks, 301, 403bs, any stock-based products? No. Do you have any life insurance? No. Mrs. Jones, do you? Yes. Yes. I have a 401k. Okay. Here's another sale there. So we have the 401k. There's your annuity sale. I have a yes here to life insurance. Okay, who's your life insurance with? It's with New York Life. Is that term or whole life? That's term. How much you paying on that again? How much you paying on that again? Like I almost expect her to say, how much you paying on that again? You know, it's kind of funky how I say these things to these people, but they get it. They understand, and they kind of like want to answer, you know. Hold on, guys. I got to fix something up here real quick so I can get the charge on the phone. Make sure you guys stay with me here. All right, there we go. Okay, let me bend this down a little bit. Okay, here, where were we? So she's with New York Life, okay? We have a New York Life policy. She's got a 401k. The 401k is going to be coming up soon. Okay, 401k, about what is left in that 401k, Mrs. Jones, that you'll have to survive on whenever he's done, whenever he passes away? Because remember, Mrs. Jones, you have to wait a year to receive his money. $1,000 isn't going to do it. At this point, you're going to want to pull out the sheet that I'm trying to get over to you. And the reason I haven't sent it is because I need to enhance it a little bit. There's a couple more details that I want to put on it. I didn't send it because I didn't want you guys using the wrong paperwork. So here's what I got for you. You have $1,500 a month you're waiting for. You have $1,000 a month that you have coming in. That's great and everything. You have your 401k that I don't want you to dive into. Okay, but here's an option for you too. We could use your 401k. I think you guys need to learn all your options. So at the end, save this. Okay, you're going to save that option. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to work on this New York Life after we figure out the budget. So the budget is the mortgage. The budget is the cost to live in this home. And at the end, they have $1,500. They got $1,000 coming in. She's not drawing on this 401k. They got $2,500 a month coming in. Their bills come to $2,000 a month. They got $500 left, plus a bad life insurance policy. You're going to want to use that life insurance policy until its term, and then the premium on that is $10,000, or let's say it's $100,000 for $95 a month. She's age 65, so you have $95 to work with on a term product that you could tell her that's going to last. Let's say it's lasting 3 more years, and she's going to walk away with nothing. Just tell her to use the $95 and get a whole life product while she's still healthy and alive. Okay, you be smart about this stuff, guys. Use what they have is what you can use against them. It's so simple. It really is so easy when you do it this way, and you get larger premiums out of the deal. Okay, so you have the New York Life to use. You got $500 a month extra left over after you've done the budget. I have the budget sheets. So you got to follow me with the budget sheets and request them. I'm going to enhance them over the weekend. So everybody will get these next week. But you have to send me a text message to let me know that you want them. And you have to send that to this telephone number. And then we're going to go finish this up. 352-255-2594. Okay, we got a budget put together. We got $500 a month left over. We got a $95 life insurance policy we're going to replace. We're also going to get this cat his mortgage protection. There's 2 sales here, one between her and him. There's 2 life sales and 1 401k annuity. So we got the 401k that has $200,000 built up into it. We're going to show her a presentation that doubles the amount that she has every 10 years. And you're going to do that illustration right inside the house. I'm sorry this is backwards. I really do apologize for this. I need to find a way to get my settings correct so I can fix this. But this says 352-255-2594 is my telephone number. Text me if you want the sheets that I use for inside the homes for doing budgeting that I created. And that's it. So I'm going to open the mic up right now. I've been going through this very quickly. I've been talking for the last hour. Is there any questions? Any questions from the Facebook guys? Anybody have any questions at all? Let's see.
Well, Jason, you said before that sometimes you're just working on protecting the cash value of the home, the amount that they already have sitting there, their equity.
That's correct, yes. So that's a good point. Bringing up the equity is a huge point when, if this was a new home that they had purchased, then the point is that they have a little to no equity in it 9 times out of 10. Especially if they're a veteran, they get these veteran loans for free and they really don't have anything going on with it. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it, buddy. And so at the end of this thing, look, the equity inside a home that was a refinance. This could be a mortgage protection or a refinance, okay? So it could be a new mortgage or it could be refinanced. If it's a refinance, they do have a lot of equity inside the home. That would mean this. That means that they have equity, which is what is built up financially in the home, dollar to dollar. So let's say that they have $50,000 inside the house so far. And they have a mortgage that was $200,000. We'll keep it at that. That means that the house has $150,000 left on it. Let's say there's 20 years left. Well, under these circumstances, the number that we're trying to protect truly is the 50,000, because if they die tomorrow, the question stands like this. Would you stay in the house, Mrs. Jones, if Mr. Jones was no longer here? And you'd be surprised on how many people say no, they would move. They wouldn't live in that home anymore. So the equity is what we're trying to protect, guys. And when we protect the equity from dissolving, this means that this is the actual life insurance that they're sitting on is in the home. Now, that's the equity today. Now, if we just take the monthly payments are $1,000, that's $12,000 a year. Just take about half of that and add $6,000 onto that every year. 6,000. Yeah, that would be about it. So you're talking about $56,000. You're talking about $60,000 every 10 years is on this house. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fucking number, man. So in 10 years, this house is valued at $120,000. That's the number you're trying to protect. Don't lose that, because they spent all this time paying into this thing, then they die, and then the significant other doesn't have enough to keep it going just to even sell the house. Because of what? Why don't they have enough money? Does anybody know why most people run out of cash? What miscalculation do most people don't see or don't want to face or don't come into in their mind to make them to screw their financial future up? I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. So here it is. Here it is right here. What if the real estate value goes down? Well, if the real estate value goes down, then that's something that we have to face together at that moment, and that's a possibility. But if the real estate market goes down, then they have a policy in place that is worth $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 to cover the mortgage. So in our case, in our business, we have the mortgage covered. So we cover the mortgage with mortgage protection life insurance, basically. So if the real estate value goes down, it usually always comes back up. In our time and era, we don't know, what's going on, of course, but the answer to that question is that's why it's important to get mortgage protection, because the real estate market could go under and you could lose your ass on it. But right now it looks pretty good, I am a big real estate investor, so I mean, you should really take the chance if you're flipping homes and things like that. But if this is your home, why not find the budget instead of paying doubling up on the principal for your mortgage monthly? Take that money and buy mortgage protection. It comes with living benefits, cash value, and a death benefit, and doesn't just pay 1 month's worth of mortgage off. That was a great question, Michelle. Okay, I forget where the hell I was going after that question. Where was I at, guys? What was I going to? Oh, inflation. That's the killer. That's the one nobody sees. That's the one. Do you know what the case Shiller index is? Well, why don't you tell us all? Michelle, so I can continue doing this, and you can tell everybody what that is. But yes, I've heard of it. So what we have here is the inflation. Boom. We have this down here, guys. Look at this. It's a level. That's not a level income. Here's a level income, and then we have this tax increases. We have a deflating market, meaning it bounces up and down, up and down, up and down, only to be leveled out to meet somewhere in this area. So all these freaking bounces, you're all into it for this. You all want this high point, but all these freaking low points right here is what kills us. There are less high points than there are low points. Did you know that? You can't, there's not less high points than there are low points. Look at the market, strike some circles around the low points compared to the high points. And I'm talking high points, real high, like 30% high, you know, like 20, 10, even if you did a 10% low. So, and I want to base a lot of our talk on the S&P 500, on that index, okay? So what our talk, we are in a lot of index products, which gives you a little piece of every company that's doing well. You know what I mean? So why was that such a big deal? I don't know to people. Why must they play in all the markets? And why, you know? Okay, look, we have inflation is the killer. I mean, period. Michelle, are you going to let us know what that is, honey? Do you have like a link or something that everybody can go to? You want to show us a little something? Anyway, inflation is what we have to teach our people to look out for at the end of this. Okay, great, Jerome. I'm going to end this anyway. I'm going to cut this thing short. It's an hour now, guys. I appreciate all you being here, but I'm going to look up. Let's all find out. So I have somebody on Facebook, Michelle, who is telling us that we need to. Do you know what the Case-Shiller index is? Does anybody know what the Case-Shiller SCHILLER index is? Does anybody know? But at the end of this here, our concerns are what our clients know and what they don't know. So this particular subject is something that your clients might know about. So it's always good to hear it out, learn from it, and find out new things. Your clients are smarter than you know in many cases. They can be very, very dumb about the way they handle things into the future because they don't trust you yet. So, but it's your job to make them know, like, and trust you by smart presentations. Very smart presentations will make you very, 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 very wealthy. So I guess Michelle is not going to tell us. I don't know. Would have been great to know that, though. Anyway, any more questions before we wrap this up? Look, if anybody needs a presentation, please let me know. What do we got to do? Who wants something more? Does anybody want more from me? I mean, I don't have anywhere to go. This is all I got. Do you have anywhere to be besides earning? If you're not doing $10,000 a week, then you have questions. One, how do I get started, Jason? I have no money. How do I get started? Here's how you get started. We're going to do a format called, if you have no money, I want you to do a couple things. I want you to resolve that by bottling your water. Get a filter. Bottle your own water. Don't drink as many coffees or Red Bulls. Lighten up on the cigarette smoking. Try to smoke one less pack a week and find out where that money takes you at 28 bucks. What is that? That's a week. It's like 28 bucks a month. That's $280 a year, $2,800 every 10 years. And then do the math on 80% interest on that. Which $2,800 plus 80% interest. That's how much you would make on that deal, just not smoking one pack of cigarettes. Jason, I need to leave in 5 minutes. Appointment. Case-Shiller is a home price index for single homes. Uses 20 cities for the index. Oh, did you hear that, Michelle? One of my buddies got that done for us, so that's great. That's good, Jerome. Thank you. So we got that. So, okay. We need to know how to clear up old debt. How about if you have debt out there and you're wondering, how am I ever going to get out of this debt? You know, we all owe back charges. A part of the game is, though, the back charges of people falling off the books. But I can tell you right now, if you have that happening over and over and over again, then it's nothing less but your techniques and strategies in the house. By the way, you and me, you came up on my Facebook. You're the first live cast I've seen. Oh, cool, Michelle. Well, thank you for being on here, but we do this every week, so it's a weekly thing, and I'm going to jump into 3 times a week, and it's very educational. And some days I'm hot, some days I'm not. I'm just kind of like didn't get my coffee in me early. My computer broke down. So Michelle, you'll really get me on some great days. And Today I'm just trying to, I'm hoping for questions, and I would love to participate with you guys in this. I don't want to just be the guy that has all the education for you. I want to be the guy that's participating alongside you with this. So I'm going to go through each and every one of you and ask a question. If you don't come up with it in 10 seconds, I'll walk on to another one. David Mashburn, can you hear me? Do you have any questions, buddy? I'm just going to give you 10 seconds. If you don't have any, no big deal. But I want to know if you have any personal questions, like for your business. No? Okay. Alexis iPad. Any questions for me?
No questions, sir.
Okay. Ramon Alvarez. Come on, buddy. You got to have something for me, man. What you got for me, brother? How do you get started with no money besides the savings? Great on how to sit. Okay. Later, John Medwin. Okay, here's the deal with that, Ramon. And Ramon, what you need to do is you need to capitalize on what you have and stop looking at what you don't have, okay? So what we don't have is a big difference than what we have. You have your eyes, you have your legs, you have your limbs, you have your mouthpiece, you have your cell phone. You have a few extra leads that are from your past. We need to change the way you're doing it and capitalize on some new strategies and techniques, and then make sure that you're using those to be able to maximize your scenario inside the house. Also on the phone. So it's not about what you don't have, it's about what you do have. Okay? We're always looking at what we don't have. Oh my God, I don't have any money. I can't buy leads, Jay. But I have 300 leads for my past that weren't sold yet. If you focus on those leads and attention to detail on them, you will make money. In our business, it takes 1 to 5 sales to break you free of all the bullshit. All the financial hurt and pain is really 5 sales away, doing it my way, doing the sales the proper way. So other than that, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you. Is there any more questions out there? I just lost my freaking live Facebook feed, but I don't have to go. I'm just saying, if there's no more questions, then there's no reason for me to stay on here, right? You guys want me to keep talking? You let me know. What do you want to learn about? Just put it in the chat box. If nobody knows, there's a chat box here. Talk. Yeah, shit. Talk to me here too. There's a chat box. You can ask any question you want. Like, hey, let me ask you guys a question. How many leads did you order last week? Okay. How many leads do you prepare to order this week? Now, if there's no minimum to the leads, why aren't you ordering at least 5 if you're broke? If they're $3 a piece for mortgage protection or cheap final expenses, $6, why are you making it difficult to run your business? Don't make it difficult. I know you're hurting for money. I know that. You need to get your significant other involved. You need to get your family involved. You need to delegate some things out. I don't know what you need to do, but you need to do something. I really don't. Without you coming to me, I don't know what you need to do. But all I can tell you is this: there is a way out. There's a way out. I'm going to be honest with you. I watched my Harley on the back of a trailer get taken away. I watched that damn truck driver take my car away. I watched him take my Harley, my car, and I lost my home. I had a knock at my door one day, and it was the lady that now owned my home as I peek out the window. And as I'm peeking out the window, I'm thinking, does this lady want me out now? She's like, I'm going to tell you what, I'll give you guys 30 days, and in 30 days you have to be out. We've been living in this home for 7 years, and then all of a sudden we got to get up and move. It was a hurtful, painful moment, but the house was older. We moved into a new home, and it got us off our ass, though. as painful as it was, boom, I started doing things differently. I started making moves, you know, and it was fantastic. It really was. Best advice for me, 23-year-old. Yeah, 23-year-old is take advantage of the fact that you are 23 and laugh out loud on that. But ultimately, you should be able to be a millionaire by age 25. And you know why? Because just be on the pathway to becoming a millionaire. I want you rich, brother. I don't want you to be 40 years old trying to make your first $1 million when most of the guys at your time are doing it by age 25 and 28. And if you're doing it with me, Alexis, then you're going to be okay, man. You got all the education in the world. You got nice contract levels. You got all the resources that you need. We need you to team up. I think you're partner with Ramon. I'm not sure. I think that's who you are. Yes, okay. What I want you to do is I want you to help Ramon and you out. I want you guys to help each other in the beginning. And I want you to focus on your end, and I want you to help Ramon and his end too. You guys kind of merge the business together, partner together, go out there, set appointments together, maximize your situation together. If you have more money than he does, blend your money together. If he has more money than you and you need help, take advantage of each other and the power of each other. Okay? Don't try to do this business on your own. When Ramon can set 5 appointments, you can set 5. That's 10 together. Go out there and sell at the highest volumes. Let the leader, the more educated, the guy that has the seniority, take over a couple sales, but then you can add your 2 cents in. Each house is a learning process. 1 year of this business is nothing but field learning, field process learning. That means that you're learning the in-home, you're learning the mics, you're learning the scripts, you're learning how to build the organization, because that, my man, is vital. That is just absolutely vital to your riches. Riches, wealth, millions of dollars being earned. I mean, you know what? Here's the funny part, is somebody's going to do it. If it's not you, it's going to be some other kid that's 23 years old. So at the end of the game, Alex, I want you to take down my number and I want you to call me personally. And if you ever have any questions, I want to personally mentor you. And I want you to take advantage of that. That's for everybody too. You know, if anybody needs my help, it's always open mic on my telephone, man. All you got to do is text me. I am apologetic towards the fact that I didn't get you guys what you asked for, which was the resources that I have on the in-home sales training. You know, I understand that everybody wanted the sales scripts and everything like that. They just weren't prepared. I shouldn't have opened my mouth so soon. I wanted to make sure that everything is detailed and proper for you guys. So that's really about it. Alexis, my reading. Oh, let me finish with Alexis and all of you. The average billionaire, high multi-millionaire CEOs read 60 books a year. Do you think that they do that knowing each other? They don't even know each other do that. You know what I mean? But CEOs are smart enough to know it's in books. Alexis, you need to read a book a month. You need to trust me on this. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be filthy, stinking rich by age 24, 25? And if that's the case, brother, you're going to have more money than you know what to do with. So you cannot just be rich for you, but be wealthy for other people. So you can change the lives of other people. And for me, that's the most important part, is being able to change the lives of other people. Alexis, 4 years ago, I wouldn't be able to be on this. 2 years ago, I wouldn't be able to be on this, because my life has only started to really maximize itself in the past 2 years. And it's not even close. Because of you guys, getting you into the system, that's where my life will start to change, ultimately. Now, when I'm able to change Alexis's life, Ramon, Jerome, Noted, list goes on and on and on. When I change these people's lives up, I get you guys nice contract levels. I get you the training. And you guys stick this shit out with me, there's no way you can fail. There's no way you can fail. So when I ask if there's a question, The answer was yes when I first came to you, Alexis, but our inner side, because of everybody else watching, or we don't want to sound stupid, is not allowing us to ask. That question that you asked is fucking huge, man. This 23-year-old ballsy son of a bitch comes at me and says, best advice for me, a 23-year-old. You know, I mean, think if you would have asked a mentor that question when you were 23. All you old farts out there. And think about where you could be today if somebody gave you the right answer and was willing to mentor you to that answer. Now, what I don't have from Alexis yet is his actual dreams and goals. I don't know what that is. And until I have that, I wouldn't be able to know what angle to come at him at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have him take a second to do that. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to get a drink here. I'd like all of you to write down some questions or answers. What is your goal? And then I'm going to tell you how to achieve it. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. All right, everybody second. Why don't you get your leads? However, you can set too. What else you thought? I'll tell you what. Okay, guys. Here, I'll tell you what. Just take these for now. Take all the leads and just start dialing, and then we'll print them up later.
Okay.
Okay? I don't think there's any. I don't know. Ask Alyssa if you can mess the order up.
That's okay.
Okay. All right. Let me get back to this here, and I'm almost done with this, and I'll come on here and help you. Give my mom a stress-free environment. You know, think about that. That's perfect. You didn't. This isn't about you. And what I like about get my girlfriend a ring, right? This isn't about you. This is about other people. And when you make it about them over you, your chances of hitting that goal are a hell of a lot higher. But I want to know what you want to. What do you want? I want a ballsy ass answer too, man. I want you to go $100 million a year. Does that sound good? You know, how do we accomplish that though? The little steps that we take in, like this one here inside the home, when you're able to ask somebody who has the two of the higher social securities, and you're able to grab that. Did you even remember to ask that, Alexis, is the question that I would have for you. Because if you didn't, then we need to go over this again and again and again and again and again. And I need to fire out different scenarios to you guys. I just love the fact that you're 23 though, and I have a long time to work with you. I want your timeline to be like this. Here's age 23. Here's age 24. Here's 25. Here's 27, 26, 20. So by age 24, underneath here, the goal will be different than it is under age 25. From here to 24, you should have you should want to put in place the beginning of a financial future that 30 years down the line is able to be left behind to someone else, a legacy. You're building legacies here, guys, whether you know it or not, if you do it right. Because this money keeps traveling on and on and on and on and on and on. You know, so you have the ability to really keep the finances rolling throughout the generations of individuals. I want a home, you know, and yeah, I agree. I want to gain momentum and make this work out and nonstop, and that's great. So, Lexus, I want a home, and that's a good one because that's your investment. Don't forget to put mortgage protection on yourself. It's 7% interest. And, you know, there's people that aren't saying that, Lex, at 23 years of age. You know what they're doing? They're partying at college. They're wasting 30 grand a year. They're going to walk out and they're going to say, what the fuck? You're the only difference between you and them is you may not have a debt. I don't know. Maybe you do have a debt from college. But if you do, not a problem. We just get it paid off. But if you don't, better off for you. Because entrepreneurs, 9 times out of 10 did not go to college. You know what I'm saying? That's the healthy part of learning what we know. You're an entrepreneur. You are in charge of how you do this. I cannot express this enough, guys, on this point. You are a self-employed business owner. So it doesn't mean that you can't go outside of the characteristics. Yeah, this is your college, right? Outside of the marketing that we use. So get that squared away with yourselves and understand.
Nomás quedamos los dos.
Solitos, tristes, abandonados. Oye, trata de meterte con el password que me diste.
A ver, es que tiene bastante que ya no me meto, fíjese.
Yo también. No jaló. Yo le calé. Yo me confundí las horas y apenas me metí a las 10. No sé, me metí a las 9 y no jaló. Ya dijo Willis, let me know.
Alrighty.
All right, bye-bye. No sé qué pasaría.